Hey guys, it's Mel. Today I'm here working away in my eBay shed and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update and let you know how things are going with the big Hoarders Haul that I bought a couple of weeks ago. Now I've been bringing a few boxes back here every couple of days and I've been sorting through them and getting things listed, but I wanted to make sure I didn't bring too much back all at once because I don't want my shed to fill up and just become one big mess. So this area I had to change. I had a shelving unit here before and I was starting to stack some tubs onto the shelving unit. But the top level's not really high enough because of the sloped roof. So what that means is I've only got like 4 shelves, which gives me 8 tubs if I use them on the shelves. Whereas this way I can actually fit 6 up, but I've also got room to fit a 3rd row. Unfortunately, I can't quite fit a 4th row here. It's just a little bit tight. So I'll just keep using this area for storing extra mailers and stuff. But this is where I'm starting to put the miscellaneous items. Soon I'm gonna order more tubs so that this whole row is full and I'll have all those extra tubs available to fit all the miscellaneous type stock that I've got from this Hoarders Haul. But I'm pretty lucky so far because most of the books that I've been bringing home, I have been pleasantly surprised. I thought that there would be a lot more books that would need culling, but in fact it's been the opposite. There's some really good books in this lot and they are actually price comping for quite high amounts. There's a lot of coffee table type style books. They're quite unique books. They're not the type of books that will sell fast. Probably some of them are maybe more long tail books. So I'm feeling really positive about this haul because if you remember, I paid $200 for this entire haul and I've been listing these items now for 11 days and I'm pleasantly surprised at how fast it's starting to sell. I think I'm going to make thousands of dollars from this haul. So I want to show you where I'm at 11 days in. I'm going to show you what items have been selling the most of and how much money I've made. So the way that I'm actually tracking what sells from this particular haul is I'm using the SKU system on my eBay listings. And where it says SKU system, normally for a book, I would just write what shelf it's on. So it might be like shelf S1. But what I'm doing now is I'm writing S1/ the month that I've listed it, October. I've been doing that for the last 3 months. I put the month in, so October, and then I'm writing the word hoarder. So every time something sells with the name hoarder in it, I'm actually tracking it in a spreadsheet to see how much money I end up making from sales from this particular haul. DVDs, books, homewares, CD, and games. So at the moment, I've sold 36 items in the last 11 days from the haul. The DVDs have sold the most of. So as you can see, I've sold $308.79 worth of DVDs, $277.70 of books, $21.99 in homewares, $55.89 in CDs, $70.98 worth of games, taking it to a total of $735.42. So I haven't been tracking exactly how many items I've listed or how many items are in each box. I did think about doing it that way, but I just felt like it's going to end up being too time consuming. It's going to take me a few months to get through all of this haul, and I just didn't think that I had the time and energy to put into staying consistent with tracking all those details. But I will stay consistent with tracking how many sales I make from the haul because I think that will be really interesting. You know, if after 11 days, if I've already sold over $730 worth of stuff and I only paid $200 for the haul, so it's well and truly paid for, but I really feel like in a few months, I'm actually going to have made quite a lot of money from this haul. I think it will be in the thousands. So I am actually really intrigued to see that. Now I've just picked some orders here that I'm about to start shipping. I thought I'd show you some of the ones that are from this particular haul and maybe just pick out a couple of the other ones that are worth noting. Okay, so I have got 7 DVDs going out in today's post, all from the haul. Now this one was great. This one is sold for $39.99. $39.99 for a DVD. I'm like shocked. I can't even tell you, the DVDs have shocked me the most. I knew when I looked through those boxes at the storage unit that the DVDs were worth looking at. I could tell there was a lot of sealed DVDs amongst it, and there was also a lot of different looking DVDs. There were a lot of like horror, scary looking films, and they weren't so much the run-of-the-mill type DVDs that I see in other hauls. So I knew they'd be worth looking at, but honestly, they have surprised me the most with how much they are selling, how fast they are selling, and some of the pricing that I'm getting for them. I just can't believe that I just sold a DVD for $39.99. Now these two went to the same buyer. So we've got Where the Truth Lies and The Mist by Stephen King. One's an R-rated movie, one's an MA. I sold the two of them for $28 it was. I got for both of them. Here's another one that surprised me. Spirits of the Dead. I sold that one for $27. Young Winston sold for $14.99. The Green Man sold for $9.99. And The Office sold for $12.99. The Office Christmas special. Now this book was also from the haul and I sold it for $24.99. It is an erotic fiction, like a vintage erotic fiction novel. He does have quite the collection from what I've found so far of erotic either novels or erotic art, erotic photography, which makes me think, like, let me look here. I found this book. As soon as I opened the box and I read Helmut Newton, I was just like, yes. So if you don't know, Helmut Newton is a professional photographer who specializes in abstract art and nude photography, and he is very, very famous and well known. I already knew a lot about Helmut Newton. I was a professional photographer, so I was well aware of his works. So when I saw the name, when I opened up the box, I was just like, oh my God, look what I found. I knew straight away without even looking at the book that this would be worth money. Now, I sold this from the haul. This is a silver yo-yo. So it's quite heavy, I suppose. EMC squared, where information lives. Now, I tried to research this. I couldn't find really anything like it. And to be honest, it just kind of looked like an advertising from like a company or something. I ended up finding a couple that were kind of similar in the silver look with a box, and I listed this for $20. Now yesterday I got an offer, I think it was pretty low, about $12, and I counter offered back with $18, I think. And then I had a little look at who the buyer was that was bidding on this. And this was a reseller who was selling really expensive yo-yos. He had like a whole collection, like his whole page was just full of yo-yos. He was selling a lot of Coca-Cola ones, some of them priced up like $500. So straight away in my heart, I was like, oh my goodness, is this worth money? And I've just put it up as $20. And, you know, honestly, I don't know. I really thought about it. Before I countered back with another offer, I kind of looked up more research on this yo-yo because I was a little bit stressed. I was like, oh my goodness, everything else in this Hoarders Haul has surprised me with price. Have I really done something? Is this a yo-yo that's worth hundreds of dollars? Anyway, I still could not find any more information, nothing with Google Lens. I just couldn't find anything that told me that this yo-yo was worth a certain amount of money. So in the end, I counted back with an offer for he must have counted, I counted with 18 and he's come back with 15. And so I sat there and I went, you know what? I really do not know if this yo-yo is worth more than $15. Maybe I've really lost out on this one. But I know that this guy's really going to appreciate the yo-yo, whether or not it's not worth anything and he just wants to add it to his personal collection because clearly he likes yo-yos. And if that's the case, then I'm really glad that it's going to a nice home with somebody who's going to like it. But I am going to check his store next week and see if it's listed up there for $500. Now, next up, I've sold a Nigella Christmas book. I have had this listed for quite a few months, but I was well aware that it probably wouldn't sell until the Christmas season. I've sold this one for $47.20. Now, if you ever find a cookbook that is a Christmas edition by Nigella, by Jamie Oliver, their Christmas special books always sell for really high money. Now this is a beautiful book with, of course, the delicious Nigella. So I paid $2 for this book and sold it for $47.20. But this is a wine bottle puzzle and I actually feel really bad about selling this. Somebody contacted me on Instagram from Canada and they wanted to buy this, and I said I would look into how much the international shipping was. I don't normally do international shipping, so I'm not very good at it. I don't have it handy, all the information, and I was too slow. And somebody else has already bought it, and I'm sorry if you're watching because I can't remember who it was. But if you were the one who wanted to buy this, I'm so sorry. It is now sold. Okay, this book, Meet You at Raffles, was in the haul and I just sold that for $19.90. I've sold some barbecue cookbooks here. There's 3 of them in a set. Sold them for about $28. This was also in the haul, a mindfulness CD set. I sold that for $18. This is a bundle by Colin Forbes. I'm not sure if I've sold Colin Forbes before. Anyway, I only got like $20 for that bundle, so I wouldn't probably be racing out to buy that author again because that's fairly low cost for 4 books. Now these old Reader's Digest books, I've had them sitting in my death pile for ages. I got them like in a really massive haul ages and ages ago where I probably paid about 10 cents a book. And I've had them sitting there. I wasn't even sure if they'd be worth listing, to be honest, but I listed a few sets of them a couple of weeks ago and that one just sold for $30. A bunch of kids books here, Ella and Olivia. I think I got about 28 for those. I got about 31 for this set of romance novels. This was a random mix of Thomas the Tank books. They're all Thomas, but they're all different sizes. I got $30 for that. I got this Bible. It's a really nice one. It's a square-shaped Bible, which is quite unusual, and it's a little bit different inside. It's got space for you to make some notes. I think I sold that one for about $27. This might surprise you guys. These tiny little kids books are like early first readers. Now you will often find these at a charity shop and they'll have like a rubber band around them and they'll probably have a sticker on them for like $1 or $2. So I just sold those for $25. But little books like this sell for me quite often. So don't rule out these little tiny books that you might see in your thrift shop that are bundled up. They really do sell these first little readers. So not too many orders going out today. My store is definitely on the quieter side. When I moved into this shed, I had ended a lot of listings. I culled a lot of my listings and I took my store from about 3,000 listings down to about 1,000. And when I did that, I noticed quite a drop in my sales. And so I've slowly been building it up. I think I've got about 1,700 listings now in my main store. Sales are building, but they're definitely not what they were. But I don't have as many sales running on my items as well. So the sales that I am making, they're more selling for full price now. So I'm making more money on the sales that I do have. And the other thing is, I haven't bought any stock, except for that $200 haul. I haven't bought any stock for months. So even if my sales are down a little bit, I still feel like it all really evens out because I'm not spending any money. I'm actually okay about it. I'm feeling really comfortable with the level that my store is at the moment for the amount of hours that I can dedicate to it. So now I'm going to go to the post office and finish off all my shipping. Then I'm going to stop at the storage unit, grab another couple of boxes so that I've got a few extra here for the weekend so that I can start sorting through any more if I feel like it. I'm trying not to work very much on weekend. If I've got the books here and I've got a couple of quiet hours, then it's quite nice to just come out here and be sifting through and having a look at what I've got. I am learning so much, but definitely my takeaway from the last 11 days has been, oh my goodness, DVDs, like where have I been missing out? They're pretty darn good. So I definitely need to explore those a little bit more in the future, I think. If you did miss the initial video where I talked about my Hoarders Haul, I'm going to link it right here for you now and you can go back and see what I'm talking about. Thanks guys, bye.